Hey everybody, Chris MLC, welcome back to the channel. Now in this video we are going to talk about the welding table I built. Sort of have a little bit of discussion about the clutch tables, because I've had some questions asked about the clutch tables, what I think of them, how they've been. So I just want to address some of them questions, and we'll have just a little bit of a talk here about the clutch, and then we'll talk about the table I built. The clutch tables have been a great table. They're not perfect by any means, but it gives you a great foundation to build off of. If you need something to make a little fixture table, they work out great. Now adding the second one to it, it was really only out of a need. I needed to make something that was 52 inches long. There was a deal on the table, and I thought it would be nice to have a second one anyway. That's really where connecting the two tables came from. There's things I like about tables, there's things I don't like about tables. For the most part, they've been great little tables. Like I said, I think the first one I got for $189 or $199 from Northern Tool, and then they jumped prices dramatically. I think they got up to as high as $299 there for a while. They came up on sale, and that's when I bought the second one, like I explained in the video, connecting the two clutch tables. Let me get the fixture pieces and the clamps, and then we'll go over here and we'll talk about a couple of things with the clutch table. I know we went over this in the last video. We'll just talk about a few things here real fast. The thing I like about it, it seems to be pretty accurate. A couple more spacers. Okay, so here we have a 12-inch speed square. We have two of the smaller pucks and holes here, and then I took one of these stop fence bars. We'll just throw I bought a bunch of these 5/8 shoulder bolts, and right there, just simply spinning that way, dropping that in there, that gets me 45. Now I can just bump that against there, come back to there, and we're good. I mean, it's 45 degrees. Drop one in here, drop one there, we'll slide over. There we go. Touching all the way around, 90 degrees. Now, these 5/8 shoulder bolts, and I got some smaller ones too, like I put a nut on and clamp these things down. They fit in here, and if you look, there's just ever so slight of a gap. So they work out great. Then all these are designed for that hole. Now, with that being said, this thing has done everything I've wanted it to do. I don't use it as much anymore, but I like to use it on small projects or when I got this guy tied up. Now this guy, zoom out here a little bit. I built this earlier in the year when I had some big projects I wanted to get done, and I really wanted a decent welding table. That did great. This was moving me along. Yeah, I'll put some pictures of the build process down below with this thing. But this table is made, the top plate, and it's laser quality 3/8 plate. So it's flattened, whatnot. I seen they had some plate on Facebook for sale. It was a really good price, so I called them and I was like, hey, I see you laser cut. Can you put a grid pattern in there of 5/8 holes for me? Now the 5/8 holes, I only put on 4-inch centers. I didn't really need 2-inch centers. For what I was planning, this was gonna be good enough. So he cut the holes in it for me, and this plate cost me, I think, right in the neighborhood, by the time he cut the plate, sold me the plate, I was just under $600 for that top, which, quoting it to a couple other places, they were closer to 900. So I thought that was a pretty decent deal. Now the bottom frame, all that down there, that is 3-inch 4.1 channel. And it took 80 feet to build this. Like I said, the table's 4 foot wide, 8 foot long. I don't remember offhand how tall it is. Grab a tape measure. right now, let's see, 31 inches tall is where it sits right now. The only problem was when I got this thing back from the laser, the holes were slightly, ever so slightly undersized. Now anything, like all my race car parts, when I do a laser holes, I go 0.02 over. So if I have a 1/2 inch hole, I go 0.502. And that, for raw steel without powder coating, that has worked out great. I imagine he cut these just true to size, 5/8. And I've got some, haven't went back through and cleaned them up, like, okay, here's our 5/8 bolt. Let's go here, right here. Part of it, I think, is his lead in, because there's a tail on his lead in. That kind of screwed me, so I think, yes. See, we can't get a 5/8. I don't know if we go from the other side. No, it won't even come from the other side. So what I did, I was like, that sucked, but I can afford to have a little time in it. So I bought a ream. And I hit those guys with a 5/8 ream. And out she comes. And in that goes. So the 5/8 shoulder bolt, and I mean, it's snug. So when it goes in there, I mean, it's in there. But here's the problem. All these little tools that came with the clutch, none of them fit. I was really hoping all the tools would go over to here. So what I have done on some of these holes, like these here, you know, I just briefly hit the hole with the die grinder. That does the trick. I'm having a second table made that's gonna go on the end of this, and the pit lift jig is gonna go away, or become a bolt-on deal where I can just set it on here and use this thing. But I really, with the way the jigs are, well, I still need that for the street stock, so no, it doesn't work. Bumpers, we had one of my buddies build a couple bumpers for his mainspring here this past winter. I think goofed on the bend. So we had a couple of them laying around, so I just took that bumper, cut it down, made a quick clamp holder there, put a rod in there to hold C-clamps, put leveling feet on this thing. This thing is level in every direction. And it really, that's a mess over there, don't pay attention to that area. Like I said, there's 80 feet of the 3-inch 4.1 pound channel under the tabletop. And I paid, I think, $408 for that. You know, we're sitting right under $1,000 for this table. And this thing weighs, man, I bet you it weighs 800-900 pounds. I've never really done the math to figure out how much it weighs. 800-900 in there, somewhere in the range. So we look at it this way. This is a big son of a gun, heavy. I'm not worried about it going anywhere. It can take heat with welding on it. Yeah, I got to mess with the holes, but when I have the second table made, we're going to address the whole situation. $800, $800, $900, $1,000, however you want to call it, by the time I got my time in it, because it only took me 4 or 5 hours to build this thing on a Saturday. There's $400 right here, and that's 2 foot by 6 foot. So even if we do 2 more, we're still only 4 by 6 for $800 or more. I mean, I know Harbor Freight has the titanium ones now for $179 or something like that, but it's still cheaper to build this guy, and it's heavier. You can build it however you want to do it, because when I build the next table, I'm putting dowels and guide pins in that end. So when I marry the tables together, they'll go right back to the same height. I mean, I'm going to have, of course, have to level them there and whatnot, but they'll always go back in, and the tabletops will be flush and the holes will be lined up. So I won't have to worry about that. So you'll have the guide pins and a couple probably 3/4 inch bolts that attach these tables together. So then I'll have 4 foot by 16 foot of table, or I can take it and turn it into a T, or I can make a dog leg out of it here, or I can make a T here. And I left it high enough off the ground here. I wish I would have made those legs a little higher, or that cross brace on the bottom, so I could have slid a cherry picker under this thing. Wasn't really thinking when I did that. So, yeah. And I am not cutting that apart. Now, I could always just add to the legs on the bottom and lift it up, because it could use to be a little taller. But the original plan for this thing was to put chassis up on this thing, and I didn't want it ridiculously high. But it had turned out to be a great little table. You know, you can buy the ones out there, and believe me, I thought about just paying for the DXF plans and sending it off to have, I deal with 2 or 3 different shops for laser cutting, have them do that for me, or just do this. And I'm pretty happy with this thing. Like I said, 5 hours of my time, $1,000 in steel. Yeah, and you can't really be happy with it. And then the other thing I like is I bought this. I'll do a video on this thing here too. I wanted a new notcher, so I bought one of these Build Pro notchers. And best thing about that is I can bolt it right down to the table. Happy with that. Yeah, because those were on 2-inch centers on theirs. And the only thing I had to do, I notch a lot of square, so I had to buy their extended pegs. But that thing has been great. I finally just wore the heck out of the Harbor Freight notcher and decided I wanted to step up and buy something a little more accurate and offset notches, control the height. So that thing's been great. I'm hoping maybe here in like the next month or so to get the parts for this table, because I really wanted, there's some things to that thing. It's sort of why this is paused, and since another guy's taken ownership of this car, that's why that's on hold. And I still wanted to get it up here. Plus I still have the Pierce. So yeah, the little Klutch table, it's been a great table. No complaints, still use it. Use it for a lot of little things. So it's a nice little place to work on the control arms. When I do a control arm, I just pull my control arm jig out, throw it up there, and I can build a control arm. All right, so yeah, let me know if that'd be a video you guys would be interested in seeing, is building the sister to that table there. And then we will get going. Once again, I'd like to thank everybody for stopping by, checking out the channel. I'd like to thank everyone that sent the questions and comments on the Klutch table video. That video sort of picked up a lot of popularity here like the last month. So if you have any more questions, please feel free to ask. Drop a like down here. Remember to hit the bell icon in the corner so you know when I release new content. And as always, see you in the next video.